Hello, Dr. K, fellow classmates, AEP 858, Module 5. Continuous improvement. This is my story, USD 218 here in Elkhart, Kansas. One of my favorite authors is a guy named Simon Sinek. He's written a book called Leaders Eat Last. It's a really good book. He's given a lot of TED Talks. One of his quotes is, "Working hard for something we don't care for is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion." I really like his writings. He is a very down-to-earth person, and I enjoy some of the things he talks about. Leaders Eat Last is a great book. I get asked these questions all the time, especially the second one, since I've started doing all this. Why are you a teacher? Well, I've always just loved the classroom. I love the kids. I love being in their presence. I love being around them. I love teaching them. I love seeing them get excited about things that we talk about. So it's always been that way. Now, why do I want to be a principal? That's a really good question because it's going to take me out of the classroom, but I will be able to help those a little bit more that need help. When I was younger, in the fifth, sixth, and seventh grade, I was a very small person, and I got bullied and picked on mercilessly. I said that word right. But as I got in high school, I grew to be 6'2", 230 pounds, and for some reason they quit picking on me. So I don't like bullies. I don't like physical bullies. I don't like intellectual bullies, and I always seem to look out for the little guy. So my perfect job would be an elementary school principal. I love the little kids. I had a long-term sub job in elementary school for special needs first and second graders, and it was the best 5 or 6 months of my life. I enjoyed the heck out of it. So that's why I do what I do, because I have a passion for it. The framework, who we are here at USD 218. We're a very rural community. We have a total of 1,237 students here in the district. About 53% female, 47% male. We have 71% white and 18% Hispanic. Now, 18% Hispanic doesn't sound like a lot, but in the other investigations I did, some districts don't have quite as much as we do. I know that Leota, up north of us, they were almost 50-50, which was interesting to learn. 45% of our students are economically disadvantaged. They come from low-income families here in southwestern Kansas. We have 10% of our students with disabilities. We have a dropout rate of 1.5%, which is fairly low. So I really like teaching here. I think we have a good district. And looking at the Kansas report card, we have above average ACT scores for our district compared to the rest of the state. How do we do business? Well, we're a very small community. We're family oriented. We try to take care of each other. Again, there's good things and bad things about that, being small and everybody knowing what's going on. The USD 218 our motto is every child learns. Our staff in the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school is 100% Kansas State certified. We have an alternative school that's called Point Rock, where I think last year we had 8 students in. If the ones that struggle in the regular classroom, they help them, advance in that classroom environment. And I would support that, because the special needs class that I was long-term sub for with first and second graders did a really good job of taking care of them. Here in the high school, we have a 1-to-1 ratio of MacBook computers to students. So I think as a small district, we do a very good job technologically-wise, preparing our students for the outside world. It's a pretty digital world, and we do a pretty good job here at the high school. Where we are now, these are some of the results of our data around math. As you can see, we're not quite as good as the rest of the state. We have a few more level 1s and not as many level 4s in math. It does seem to be about the same over the years. but we have a very good math department here. I'm a terrible math person. My wife is a huge math geek, and she's a special needs para here, and she helps out with the math class. So, I never got it with math. Math is the thing that you have to build upon, and students, if they don't build upon it and do it correctly, they're going to fall by the wayside. But we're, as far as the district goes, we're below the state level. In ELL, it's almost exactly the same. We're a little bit below state, just barely, but our data comes in real close to the state. In science, we went from 2017 to 2018 having a little bit more level ones, but we did improve our level fours from 2017 to 2018. Comparable to the state, we're a little bit better than the state in district for science, and we're comparable for level threes. Where we are now in social studies, of course, this is my area. The district compared to the state is not quite as good as we have a lot more level twos in our district than the state does, but we don't have quite as many level ones. It's pretty close to being the same for level threes and level fours, so we could probably improve in that. Why do we exist? Well, the main thing that I think, of course, I'm at the high school level, the main thing that I think our reason for existing is preparing these young people to graduate, to be able to read, to be able to be a successful citizen, to go out on their own, further their education, join the military, work in a VOTEC education, raise a family, provide for their family, be able to provide for their family in a good way. Being productive citizens, being able to help those around them, and providing for them, to be that good citizen. I think that's our job, and it's kind of different because of the age that I grew in. The technology and the digital tools just weren't there, so it's a learning and ongoing situation for me as well. But my main job is to prepare these kids for real life. A lot of the times the things that they hear in the classroom and even at the college level is not real life. I try to expand their borders and get them to think about things in real life. Where do we want to be? I think here at USD 218, we have discussed improving the VOTEC education offerings. There's a lot of our population, since we're rural and agriculture, a lot of them going to end up being farmers, going to end up being working in the oil fields. So I think we need to do a better job of providing them a VOTEC education than what we do, and giving them the options to do different things in VOTEC. Increase our math aptitude skills and scores. Of course, once you improve your math, everything else kind of falls in behind it, math and reading. So we need to improve those things. Increase our hands-on science education opportunities because of the world the way it is, and because we're such a small district and we're so cash-strapped. I think the kids kind of get shortchanged around science sometimes. Some of the things they're able to do, they do go on field trips and go other places. Military, discussed providing the pros and cons for military service, and also improve our ACT preparation training to raise the mean district scores for the AC. I think that's where we want to be. It basically is just preparing our students for the real world. And that's my Module 5. Thank you.